Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today, we've got a reading for you about somebody that is quite giddy or excited about a new love interest. And I feel like they're probably talking about this excitement with a group of friends or maybe some family members. But this is someone who has uh, I don't know, been captivated by you in part because you are attractive and bold and authentic. There's something that's very real about you, genuine. We have the word vivacious, but there's also something here about how you pursue a passion of yours or what you consider to be your calling. This is about more than just being, a person that lights up the room. There's substance behind that as well. So we have somebody that's quite taken with you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chimes in. I hope you're having a good day. I just had a false start reading, so I did actually pull the first three cards already. I'll get to those in 2 seconds. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. That's below in the description box. And also right below that, you can find details on my memberships if you would like to get access to additional content like short streams, videos, and personal readings. So we have the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, and I have Justice in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. I feel like we're reading for a person who is excited about you, in part because it's been a little bit of a rough road for this person. I do think that they have been wronged or they've gone through some sort of betrayal in the recent past. Might have been investing in a couple of different connections or pursuits, maybe even a job that didn't really go the way they wanted to. So, to be honest, I think this is someone who's been kind of avoidant, not really looking for a relationship, or has been dealing with other things. So, love has not been top of their mind right now. They may feel like they are interested in, pursuing something like that, but they've had a lot of other things kind of dominating their time. We have the Nine of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And then you come along, and this person's like, well, aren't you just a sunny day after a pretty stormy situation? You are a ray of sunshine. You make this person laugh when maybe they've been a little bit slow to giggle lately. You bring back some sense of hope or excitement about things. So they are really excited about this. It's something they feel is real. But with the Page of Wands, we've got the little devil there following this guy. It's like, you're everything that I want, but I don't know if I can trust it. Like, I'm going through my checklist. I'm asking you about your red flags, or I'm asking you about like your last relationship, or, do you want kids? Do you like dogs? Do you like cats? They're asking all these things and looking for some sort of reason not to think that you are who you say you are. And with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, they're like, huh, maybe you're real? Are you really real? Hey, Matt. Hey, Upper Echelon, how we doing? Upper Echelon, let me know if it's still glitchy for you. It may be curtains for me today because it's been real glitchy last couple times. But I'd like to get this message out for you all if I can. Or Matt, if it's glitchy for you, let me know. Yeah, so a little bit of a downer last couple of months maybe for this individual, but they have learned from it. This is a person who has dealt with some immature behavior from others, and they don't let it get to them like maybe they used to, or they've risen above it. So they may have been spending a little bit more time alone than they were used to, but things have gotten more peaceful. We have the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. I don't know if they're ready for you. I think they're ready for you, but I think they're nervous that they're not ready for you. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. The Ten of Pentacles is long term. The Ten of Pentacles is high value. And it's clarifying the Nine of Cups. Like, where'd you come from? You're like my dream person. The Tower, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm waiting for something else to happen because there's no way I could just like waltz right in and meet somebody who's like perfect for me. It never goes that way. This could be somebody who's kind of used to things souring or not being what they had thought. Four of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. They're looking for evidence of instability or what's the word? Inconsistencies. You're like, I think you're selling me something that doesn't exist. I think you're exaggerating, or I don't know if I trust that you're being honest about yourself. They're just a little bit suspicious of anything that's good. And you know what? You got to use your discernment. You got to use your intuition. But they could potentially miss out on this if they're going to stay in that mindset of course it's not real. There's no way that this could be real. Unicorns don't exist. This one right there. Penny pinching, financial struggle, saving up, budgeting, brick wall, defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. And playing the field or playa, not looking to settle, seeking options. So their concern is, why aren't there more people that you're, going out with? Or why are you single? How could I have found somebody so good? Right? This could be somebody who has been literally experiencing some financial difficulty. We also have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. But I think this is really more so about somebody that feels like there's no way that I could be this fortunate. Are you playing games? Are you like a player? They're looking for anything that could potentially be wrong because it seems like too good to be true, right? Frenemy, sneaky link, and dirty money. They're like, either you're hiding your intentions, you don't have like long-term, relationship in mind, or you're, lying to me, you're manipulative, maybe you're a scammer. It's like they won't stop until they find something that's wrong with you. It's not a good approach, my friend. You might want to take a more organic approach. Because right now what it seems like is you are looking for that piece of cheese and you got a great like sense of, smell there, but I feel like you're going to ruin this if you're like, you just can't possibly be good. This is not, the best energy. We also have to remember that when we expect everything to go poorly, or if we expect nothing to go right, we don't leave a lot of room for it to surprise us. So we have to be open, right? Sometimes things go well, sometimes things don't, but that's okay. Ten of Swords and the Star. Yeah. I'm sending a big old hug to the Emperor. Whoever resonates with this energy, you've been through so much. I don't want you to feel like everyone is out to get you, and that's why this reading is here. You are healing from things that happened in the past, but part of that healing is learning to trust again. Two of Swords. Three of Rings or Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Six of Wands. Yeah, I think we have a temptation to distance oneself from this Nine of Cups because there's no way that you could be that good. There's no way that I hit the jackpot or found what I'm looking for. But you have the Nine of Wands. It's because this person's been through so much. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, right? They've been guarding their heart, or they've been trying to make things get back to where they need to be after a difficult chapter in their life. Justice, Queen of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Cups. Oops, I'm not done with you yet. Yeah, we will encounter people who lie. We will encounter people who manipulate. We will encounter people who want to be, fake for as long as they possibly can. But we also have to be able to recognize real when we find it. And the universe is saying, hey, it's time. With justice, it's time for you to get a good situation in your life, not have to deal with somebody who's manipulating you. So you want to be able to recognize when somebody has positive or like good intentions, when somebody's being genuine. I think that's what the Emperor is being challenged with right now is, okay, so you have stars in your eyes. You think this person's really great. They align with a lot of what you're looking for. But there's this hesitation. There's this, I don't know, Seven of Rings or Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. The Nine of Pentacles or Nine of Rings, and the Three of Swords. If you don't invest in this person who you seem to believe is your wish fulfillment or could be, you will end up heartbroken. You will feel like you ruined it for yourself. Like, you got to be willing to wade out into that pool just a little bit, right? You got to be able to figure it out. You can't just be like, I looked at you for 3 seconds and I determined you are not the one for me. Get to know them a little bit. Hello, Laura. How's it going? All right. What else do we want? Let's get a few from... I'm feeling like we need some mermaids. And I have a feeling this is going to talk about believing that things could go well, right? Needing to let go of that hesitation or the belief that things can only be disappointing. Sometimes you actually will hit the jackpot, my friend. And I want you to be able to celebrate that. I want you to be able to smile and say, hey, actually, this is great. This is great. Great stuff's happening to me right now. Feelings. Yeah, there's feelings. I'm nervous to catch feelings and then find out that you're not the person that you said you were. Discernment. Don't insult yourself by misjudging others because, hey, aren't you kind of a cool person? So you're saying it's possible. There's at least like 3 other cool people in the live chat. How many are there really? I'm sorry. Am I insulting somebody? What I'm trying to say is there's like scientifically a spectrum, okay? You can't put everybody in the same bucket. You can't assume everybody is going to do the worst or lie to you or misrepresent themselves, because I'm reading somebody who's not going to misrepresent themselves. So statistically speaking, you're already wrong. This person might actually be worth it. This person might be the one. And if you walk away because you're so certain everybody's a dirtbag, you're gonna regret it. And I don't want you to lose out because you didn't listen to your discernment. Your intuition will tell you what's going on here, right? You've been in re-energized mode. So you're going to have a little bit more in terms of like, it wouldn't be a reading if I didn't drop anything, okay, you guys? Look, you have the energy to actually investigate what's going on with this connection. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't give up too soon, okay? Did I say hello to Louise? All right. What else do we have? This is the Jack-O-Lantern Tarot. What else do we have? The Hanged Man and the Six of Swords. I was stuck for so long. It took me a long time to recover from it. I don't want to get stuck again. I totally hear you on that one. Whoever you are, Emperor, does not have to be a man, right? This is somebody who has stood up for themselves and had to get through a difficult time with not a lot of support. You do have some, but this is saying, I don't know, I have a different perspective now. I feel like it's harder for me to trust people because somebody that I loved broke my heart or betrayed me. And I only just started recovering from that. Six of Swords, Four of Swords. 6 + 4 = 10 of Swords, right? Which we already had. I've had to work so hard to get over the last time I got caught up on somebody that I thought was my person that I'm just a little bit hesitant to believe that I could actually find somebody like this. And the universe is like, well, hold up. So do you believe in life after love? Or do you disagree with Cher? Disagreeing with Cher is the thing. It happens, I'm not saying you have to agree with Cher on everything, but they're like, so are you saying you're done with love? Because if you don't want love, we won't send it to you. But like, we just sent you like your dream person. You're going to like do something with that or no? Like, because you went through all this work, you ended something that didn't work out for you. You worked on yourself, you healed from that situation, and you are ready for a relationship. And now you're saying, well, but I don't know if I can like trust anyone to actually like see if like they're good or anything. And the universe is like, you manifested new love and now you don't want it? Now you're going to be all like, well, I don't know. The universe is not pleased. They're like, okay, Emperor. So you're over here saying you're going to walk away from somebody without actually getting to know them because you're not ready when you've just been spending all this time getting ready. Make it make sense. Hello, Yellow Tube. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Yeah. Is that not what I said? I think that's what I said. I'm pretty sure what Cher was saying is just because your relationship with somebody that was much younger than you ended doesn't mean that you can't go back out and find somebody much younger than you and start a new relationship. I'm calling you out, Cher. Like, date someone your own age just once. I just want to know what it's like. I just want to know. Yeah. This is saying you got to be open to potentially falling in love if the whole reason you're doing this is because you would like to be happy in your romantic life, right? They're like, you did all this work to throw a party and then you canceled the invitations and you just sat there and drank the punch by yourself. I mean, you did avoid the drama though, right? The universe is saying we sent you somebody that is like weird science for you. And you're over here like, I don't know. I don't like that they've got like, key lime shirt on. That's not my style. And you're just like, really? Oh, we're doing the International House Hunters thing where like you say you don't like a house because the paint colors aren't your thing. Buy them a new shirt, like paint the walls. They're like, you know what? This is somebody that you would be really happy with. And you're over here hesitating because you feel like there's no way you could actually meet somebody that you want. What if it is? Won't you be a little bummed that you missed out on that opportunity? I'm glad you're not mad using Buzz. Good luck with that. We've got 9 of Swords and the King of Wands in the reverse. So the question here is really, are you going to be paranoid or are you going to trust that you've got intuition and discernment? Because otherwise the universe is like, well, then why even bother? If you're not going to use your intuition or your discernment to figure out whether or not you can trust somebody, you're essentially saying, I trust no one. Stay away from me. And they're like, that's fine if that's how you feel, but like, you did manifest this person, whoever the emperor is. They're like, you told us you were feeling a little bit left out. You're feeling a little bit lonely. You wanted somebody by your side. And we were like, cool. Here's a soulmate for you. What do you think? Yeah. Slightly different music taste, but it'll work out. Different favorite cheese, but you can do an omelet with 2 different kinds of cheeses. It's all right. The universe wants the emperor to be in a happy, healthy relationship, but that is not going to be possible if the emperor is not going to discern whether or not somebody can be trusted and instead just assume that they cannot be trusted. Hello, Angel. How are you? Hello, Joyful Intention. Is that what it is? We've got the 8 of Cups and Strength. Strength, clarifying strength. So the number 8 is important. This, by the way, is the Tarot of the Nile, if I didn't mention that. And then we have the Hanged Man again, but it's in the reverse. So you can miss out on this if you refuse to change your perception or perspective, because this is saying this is somebody, whoever you're encountering, Emperor, it's another person who's gone through a very similar situation. They've worked on themselves. They've cleared out the instability or drama that they were dealing with. They are ready too. And you're about to walk away from them because you can't tell the difference between healed and unhealed. The universe is trying to be like, hey, this one's healed. They're great. You should get to know them. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Wands in the reverse. I don't think I want to invest in them because I don't think I can trust them. I feel like they're hiding their true intentions. I feel like they're being secretive. There's no way they are who they say they are. So with the Knight of Swords, there's information that's going to come in. And it's going to validate for you that this 9 of Cups is honest, has correctly presented who they are or, represented themselves. So in other words, the universe is like, you're about to find out that this person's real, like the real deal. Do you want them to see you as suspicious of them or not interested in them? Or do you want to take a little bit of a chance here? Let's see. This is the situations deck. Hi, Mikey. How are you doing? It's true. TikTok, Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine is correlated with the Emperor, so that makes sense. But let's keep in mind that we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So don't get it confused. This could be anybody, right? But this is somebody who needs to use their discernment, alien, intuition, to be honest with themselves about who's in front of them, about who, like this love interest. Maybe you've been on a couple dates with them and you're like, it's just too good to be true. But I really like them. You're really captivated. And they're interested in you too. But your concern is, I've already done all of this work to try to make sure that there's no negative energy in my life. I am scared to invite somebody in. What if you mess it all up, right? I don't understand people who have white everything in their house, like white carpet, white cabinets, white everything. Because how do you ever throw a party? I'm just curious. I don't even want to wear white pants around another person. Don't spill on me, please. This is somebody who feels like they've done a lot to clean up, but they're nervous that it's just going to get ruined again if they let somebody in. And the universe is like, that's not what you did the cleaning for, though. You did not do the cleaning in your life so that you could look around and be like, see, there's no drama. There's nothing going on. It's great. They're like, you're still supposed to like live your life and stuff. Hello, Lemonade. How are you doing? So there's an opportunity for a real love, a real commitment. And they don't want the Emperor to miss out. There's a way this person speaks to you that will be your validation, will be your confirmation for you that this is not a karmic. This is somebody who is going to be perceptive or more communicative than what you've seen in the past. And with that Knight of Swords, something to do with communication or some sort of like maybe even receipts, you're going to find out that this person is the real deal. The question is, are you going to fumble before you get that confirmation? Are you going to be able to keep an open mind, right? Don't mess it up. All right, let's see. What else do we want? This is the Fairy Lenormand. Oh my gosh, really? Lemonade. That is, I can't say that. This is bold. It's close. What's up, Lydia Kia? I still remember that time you bought me a Dr. Pepper. We'll be friends forever for that. I hope you're having a good day. We've got number 35, the Anchor, which talks about stability. I've worked to clear out the negativity and make sure that my life is peaceful. So I'm nervous about letting anybody come in, right? Letting anybody hang out in my white carpet place. I think this person's going to have a change of heart. Whoever resonates with the Emperor, they're going to realize this Nine of Cups is actually the real deal. And they're going to be like, okay, I better do something. I better like make it clear that I'm very interested. I don't want them to get the wrong idea. The Rider, R-I-D-E-R, is about an in-person visit. So it could be about whether or not this person pursues another date, perceives you as, you know, still like an interest for them. But the dark night of the soul that they've been through, it has made them a little bit hesitant to trust. I think when they hear about your dark night of the soul, things become much clearer for them. Because I know you've been through one too. Don't you lie. This is the Wild Unknown. What else do we have? What's up, bitchy tata? I had white carpet in the first house that I bought, and I had a friend living there with me as a roommate, and it's part of the reason I hate white carpet so much. There was mascara that was dropped on the carpet. There were definitely doggy pee pads on the white carpet. Anyways, I'm over it. It's okay. I'm not still mad. I sold the house. We're good. We're good. We got the Devil in the reverse. Well, here, let me show you. He's a little goat. And I like that the Devil's in the reverse. It's another shout out to that strength card, right? I'm proud of you, Emperor. You have done a lot of difficult work. You have distanced yourself from people that were not a good influence or that did not have your best interests at heart. But you do have a desire to be close to someone or have some, you know, companionship. But with the Daughter of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, you're hesitating to invest in something new. Four of Wands in the reverse. And the Ace of Swords. And the universe is like, well, did you level up or not? Because if you want to be like seen as somebody who leveled up and moved past this difficult betrayal, then we're going to have to see that you know how to trust again. They're like, don't call yourself healed unless you're actually like open-hearted, because you got to be able to like move on with your life, right? Hello, Rainbow Warrior. How are you doing? Jamie, that's funny. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? All right, we've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse again. And the Page of Cups. So start anew. Be able to believe that love can exist again, that love will find you again. You're smarter this time around. You're not going to fall for the same things. See, you're smarter this time around. And then we've got the Hermit coming out. You're smart, okay? SMRT. I feel like this person has good intentions towards you. But they're nervous. They're feeling like you're pulling back, or like you don't have the same drive that they do. I want to meet you. I want to see you again. I want to, have the talk wherever it is that you are in this connection. They're eager for more. They feel very happy with you, but they can sense that there's something that's pulling you back or that is on your mind. And you better talk about it. What else do we have? Ten of Wands, Judgment, and the Daughter of Wands or the Page of Wands. Yeah, talk about it. If this person's sensing that you're backing away, they're going to think that maybe it's time for them to, start seeing someone else or, kind of shut themselves off to the connection. You got to talk about this or get to know them better. Moon in the reverse. Mother of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like there's something that the two of you have in common, and what you have in common is that you have been betrayed by somebody you thought you could trust. Somebody who you were dating, married to, or maybe someone in your family that you put your trust in, had hidden intentions and was not loyal, did not have your back, whatever it was. When you talk about this subject, that's when it becomes much clearer for the Emperor that their Nine of Cups is genuine. So don't be afraid of the difficult conversations. Being a little bit vulnerable is a good thing. Hello, Carmencita. What's going on? What's up, Jenny? All right, we're going to get a few from the Overthinker's Oracle because we got a little bit of an overthinker here. If there are past messages, this could be about an ex. Just keep that in mind. Hello, Diana. How are you doing? Tricked out of my blessings. They still feel some type of way about how they had worked so diligently towards something and then it seemed like it was just washed away. We've got they were a downgrade. And I'm taking this to mean their last relationship, they thought it was a Nine of Cups. And then it ended up being, nope, you were not who I thought you were. They feel like they got a little too caught up on the lust and passion the last time around. So you may feel like this person is taking things slow or not maybe as attracted to you physically as they are. This is because they don't want to get caught up in this lust energy because it impacts their discernment. But this is saying you are maybe, Emperor, you are maybe assuming that this Nine of Cups has dark attachments that they do not. I think they've dealt with them, but this would be a missed opportunity if you assume the worst about this Nine of Cups. The grass was greener because it was fake. That's what they think. They think that this could be a situation where you are fake. I'm so lost without you. And I hope I can reach you before it's too late. This is what happens in the future if you don't use your discernment now. When you realize that this person's genuine or that they were being honest with you, but you've already rejected them or you've already pulled back and then they pull back their energy, you end up feeling like you really lost something special. And then you try to reclaim it. And I don't know if you can. This is one of those things where if you doubt somebody when they've given you no reason to doubt them, they may just take it personally. And this is like a brand new love situation. Those are not always easy to maintain, right? This is the Love Tarot. Hello, Jason. Hello, Thor. How's it going? Oh my. Oh, Lord. Spoiling you. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips and everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. And unblock me. I miss you and want to connect. Please unblock me, literally or energetically, so we can speak. I have a lot to say. I do think that there could be somebody that is reaching out to the Nine of Cups that wants to spoil the Nine of Cups. This is somebody who shows interest and maybe a little bit more chemistry than the Emperor might be if they're still stuck in their head and trying not to like trust this Nine of Cups. So this is saying there's somebody from the past that might try to get back into the life of the Nine of Cups. I feel like if there is a really strong possibility with the Emperor, the Nine of Cups is going to be like, absolutely not. There's no way. They don't want to jeopardize the connection with the Emperor. But this person who's trying to get access to the Nine of Cups may be successful over time if the Emperor isn't demonstrating that they're actually quite interested in the Nine of Cups. So there is a sense of a missed opportunity here. Finding myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space. This is the Emperor who's saying, I don't know if I'm ready. I want to make sure I don't get caught up in a, relationship that makes me feel stuck. But what they maybe don't realize is they've done a lot of the healing for exactly this situation. And they're just maybe a little bit nervous that it's happened too fast because they're nervous. I haven't been in this situation, or the last time I got betrayed. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Remember, you're the hermit. You went through a lot so that you would know what to do in situations like this better than you did before. But sometimes you just need to take a moment, right? You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me. Never really know where I stand with you. You've got to communicate to the Nine of Cups what you feel for the Nine of Cups, or you will lose the Nine of Cups, which is your wish fulfillment. Your weird science manifestation love partner that you're supposed to be with, and you're over here like, are you real? I don't know if I believe you. Playing games. You expect that this person's playing games. You think that it's a game to them to pretend to be exactly what it is that you're looking for. The way that they're acting or responding, you feel like it's just for attention. But if you look deeper, you're going to realize that this is actually somebody who's real. I'm a real boy. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And I hope to see you on the next reading. Toodles.